wow, this looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
doesn't it?
So, hello. Okay. Oh yes, let's do that. We probably mine is on.
Just do it.
You know, I'm just gonna do silent. Okay.
Oh yeah, that should have been.
Yeah, just do silent.
Okay.
Did it. Okay, shall we like? Oh no, it's your channel.
Is it our channel?
It's your channel. This is your channel.
Okay.
By the way, this is going in, I reckon.
No!
We're like, or as bloopers at the end.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Or in the beginning, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So just to prep you, we'll
Okay.
do some crazy shit on this channel.
Okay.
All right. So just flow with it.
Rose is like, are you kidding? Have you seen mine? You reckon you're crazy?
Oh yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Crazy. Are we ready to start? I can't see anything. I feel like I'm talking.
You can't see?
No, but that's okay.
No,
It's
that's
just
all
Just
right.
look at the lens. It's fine.
Yeah.
You're in the. You're in the
Trust
frame.
me, yeah, it looks great.
Okay.
Yeah, look at the lens.
Everything
Always
looks
the
great.
lens.
I mean, if you want to look at it.
No, it looks really good.
Yes.
Okay,
The
that's
lighting's
Lighting's
amazing.
good. Okay,
Okay.
everything's good.
Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hey everyone!
We have a special guest.
Rose from Cheap Lazy Vegan! Woo! If you're not excited, you should be.
Oh my god.
If you're not-
I'm excited. They just scared me. So.
We've got a lot of mutual subscribers, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But if you're not subscribed to Rose, you must. Cheap Lazy Vegan doing it. Join 580,000 other people.
Congratulations.
I think that's
Oh my
just
gosh.
amazing. One of the biggest vegan channels out there on
Ooh.
YouTube. So
Yeah.
Really?
spreading the message far and wide. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for coming.
Oh.
They're in my house actually.
She's like, oh my god, they turned up, they knocked on the door.
No, I invited them. It's all good. Okay. And I don't know what I got myself into. But
Oh, this is just the beginning, girl. So we're in Calgary, Canada. We're on our activism tour, and we're doing some fun stuff along the way.
We are.
Not that activism isn't fun, but mukbangs are more fun.
Yeah.
yes, eating
Right?
is fun.
This
Yes.
collab has to be one of the funnest things we've done by far.
I mean, vegans, mukbangs. Rose's channel is all about mukbangs and food. So, like,
Yes.
as if we're not going to get together and do this.
Yeah.
We had a lot of you guys saying, make sure you get together with Rose, please, God. Here we are.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Crazy.
I know.
All the way in Calgary.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Now, our first question is,
The most important
okay.
question is, you're of Korean background.
Yes.
How do we correctly pronounce mukbang?
because we vegan butcher it. People are like, that's not how you say it. I know how to
So
say it.
one time,
No one knows how to say it.
Yeah,
No,
one
no.
time somebody messaged us saying,
Yeah.
guys, I love the mukbangs, but you're just mispronouncing them really badly.
It's not mukbang, is
You
it?
pronounce it like
I
this.
mean, you're not the worst. I've heard worse.
Oh my gosh.
I've
Okay.
heard worse. So it's not mukbang. It's mukbang.
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 Okay, muk,
But you don't want to say the k. So mukbang.
bang,
Mukbang.
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 Yeah.
Mukbang.
Mukbang.
I feel like I'm gonna hawk something up in the back of my throat.
Mukbang.
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 One more time.
Mukbang.
Without
Mukbang.
Here we go.
mukbang.
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 Yeah, it's good.
That's tough.
Just not. Everyone says mukbang
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
muk. Yeah, it's not
just-
mukbang.
So even if we did the K, but as long
Yeah,
as we
yeah.
did it muk rather than muk.
Yeah, it's better.
Muk.
Do,
Mukbang.
yeah. Do the K but more silent.
Mukbang. Mukbang.
Perfect.
Do you know how much
Alright.
your face is concentrating?
Yeah, I know.
If you're like so serious.
If we try to maintain this on our channel, forget it, Luca. It's never gonna
I
happen.
thought you were gonna, when you're like, oh, I have a question. I was like, oh god, it's already started.
You know what we
Not
can
even
do?
ready for this.
Every time we go to say it, we'll insert this footage of Rose.
Mukbang.
Or
So,
put
okay,
it,
alright.
an audio overlay of Rose saying it.
So, silence from us.
Okay.
Welcome to the
Mukbang.
Awesome.
Now it sounds weird now. I'm like mukbang.
Can we get on with the eating?
Yes. Okay.
So first of all, pause the channel. You know the drill, guys. Go and get yourself a vegan meal. Come back, eat with us. Make sure you let us know what you're eating. It's not going to be as good as what Rose has prepared for us. I'm just giving you a heads up. I'm sorry.
But vegan online fam, let's eat together, yeah?
Yes. So
And even if
excited.
you're not vegan, eat with us, but make
Yes.
sure it's vegan, yeah?
Absolutely. All right. Oh, are we ready? Have we,
Okay.
like, got all the little shenanigans out of the way?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I think
Rose is
so.
going to tell us what we got.
Okay,
Yes.
so this is some food from my vegan cafe over here in Calgary.
Which was
Savage
fantastic.
Cafe, we went on the first day we arrived.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing.
Hold on. We got off the plane with our suitcases. We're like,
Surprised me.
we turn up with our big luggage and we're like, hi, it's the lunch. It was awesome.
Nah, seriously, Rose was expecting us though.
Yes, I was expecting you guys.
And we had a lot to choose from. We ended up getting the tofu and veggie bowl, which had amazing brown rice, marinated tofu. I wish I
Oh
could
my God, it
marinate
was so
tofu
good.
the way Rose does. and veggies, and with a great simple sauce, but it was so delicious. What was that sauce?
It's a Korean barbecue sauce.
That's
And you've got a
on.
video
Yes.
for that?
I do, yeah.
We're going to link that because
I'll send that to you.
everybody in the world has to try this sauce.
I want to
It's
make
so
that
good.
My mom's
sauce
sauce.
regularly now because
Yeah, we're
it's
gonna do it.
amazing.
It's
It's
really
going to
good.
become a mainstay in the TV series.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
It's easy and it's pretty healthy.
Cool. We're going to call it Rose's sauce.
Now, what we're having today is,
Yeah.
I believe, like the specialty of Savage Cafe.
So one of the
yeah?
specialties, yes.
This is like
So-
brunch. So can I
Kind
just
of,
say,
yeah.
oh, what's the time? Rose, it's 11 past 11.
I'm sorry.
already.
She's dying. I'm sorry. We were chatting for a while.
I know, but to be honest, we already had a little breakfast at
Yeah.
Oh, guys.
If we didn't eat before this, it would have been like one of the first times in 4 years that we didn't have oatmeal for breakfast. And I'm like, we don't want to break
can't
that,
do
so
that.
we had a little bit
Okay,
before. Yeah.
okay. Got it. Okay, well, we're gonna eat some more. So,
right.
I mean, there's gonna be a lot of eating.
All right,
so
let's start with this one.
Okay, so we had a situation. So normally, so this is our vegan version of an eggs Benedict. Apparently, people say that. Not.
Yeah.
So here, I don't know. I call it eggs Benny.
That's so cute.
was
This
the
is
first
called
time
a
we'd
no
heard the
eggs
term, and we
Benny.
love it.
Yeah. So we call this a no eggs Benny because there are no eggs in this Benny. Okay.
Excellent.
So normally eggs Benedict is like eggs on top of eggs, right? I
Yeah.
think. So we made a vegan version with tofu and a much healthier hollandaise sauce.
Uh-huh.
So this is what it looks like. Can you
It looks
see it?
amazing.
Now, we can never do that, so I'm so glad you did that. And this lens, by the way, is so awesome.
They
We're
love
filming
this
Wide
this
angle
lens.
lens.
Roses.
They are
Amazing.
obsessed with this lens.
It's like a GoPro. We all fit.
It is. It's great. Yeah.
Our lens is so dodgy compared to this. I'm just going to
Just get one.
I'd rather you just come and do it and then cook for us and all that.
So normally this would have avocado on top, but we had a situation.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
This is like the
I
worst
don't-
avocado situation.
Like we just had to show you guys to
Avo
prove.
problems.
Like I don't even know what this is. Like
It's just
this
wrong.
is just pure. Like it's
Yeah.
a scam. Like
Yeah, it
it's
is a scam. They should not
Like
be able
we
to sell
probably
this
paid
crap.
like $2 for this
Yeah,
avocado.
Exactly.
I was going to say it looked like a rhinoceros sat on it or something.
Like it's so bad. Anyway, so we couldn't use the avocado,
No.
which is fine. It's gonna be better with avocado, but it'll still be good.
Okay.
So that's the no eggs Benny. So normally, if you get it at our cafe, you'll get 2 of these for 1 person. But because we're having so much food today,
We're recording two mukbangs.
yeah, we're recording 2. Yeah, so we're gonna record one from my channel too.
Yes.
So because we're recording 2, and there's gonna be food, we're just gonna be eating like for the next 3 hours. I don't know.
It's like
So I
the best
figured
thing ever.
I don't want to give full portion for everyone. I mean, I don't know. We could
we
probably
could probably do it.
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's promoting binge eating, guys. Okay. I don't know if we want to do that. And then we have. I was requested to not put together this burger
Okay.
by you guys.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
You guys, you're the ones that requested
Yeah,
it.
that's
Yeah.
true.
So this is what we call a no fish burger. So no eggs Benedict and a no filet no fish. Well, I can't even
Filet
talk
no
about it.
fish,
don't
I
even-
like it.
No fish burger. Well, we just say no fish burger because it's easier to say, but it's called filet no fish.
Yeah, I like that.
And so it's like our vegan version of a
Perfect.
Yes.
So no animals on our plate.
Exactly.
Right? No fish, no eggs, no secretions, no dairy, no any. Just vegan.
Yes.
Vegan.
But the tastes and textures are going to be so similar that,
Yes.
why would you
Exactly.
choose the cruel option when you got the kind
Exactly.
option?
Excellent.
And this also is supposed to have avocado.
oh.
So my
okay.
life sucks right now. Basically. Everything just
Avo
fell
problems
apart.
are real. Avo
but
problems are
it's
real.
fine. And then this is the sauce that goes with the burger.
Okay.
So we're supposed to put the sauce and then the burger.
It looks like a
assemble it.
tartar or tartare.
Yes, it's
however
a
you pronounce
vegan tartar sauce with
Oh, no,
vegan
that's
mayo
awesome.
and
So
everything.
one of the things that's notorious on our channel is us mispronouncing things, specifically Luca.
Yeah.
So let's just give for us an example. Okay. So what's one of our favourite things that Luca says?
it. Well, I guess
Where are we going?
Glasgow.
Or
Glasgow.
right? Like
Do you say Glasgow?
No, it's,
No,
it's of
that's
course
how
it's
he says
Glasgow,
it.
but one time I mispronounced it Glasgow
It
because
was
it
a
ends
one
like as in cow, cow, cow,
yes.
but no,
no. And
absolutely
what's the
not.
last stop
Right.
on our Canadian tour, Luca?
Montreal.
Yeah. What do you usually say?
Sometimes Montreal like Real Madrid. I know, it's
Oh my
bad.
god! But you have a pretty good rationale for all of this.
No, he
Not
doesn't.
really,
Don't tell
because
him that.
think
Rose. Don't tell him that.
Think
What are
about
you doing
Real
to him?
Madrid Spanish and like Montreal
Right.
Spanish, so that's just like no.
Yeah.
No, basically no.
No.
Yeah, I admit.
Montreal. That's
No.
how they say it in
How do they say it?
Montreal.
No, don't teach him that. Don't teach him
How do
that.
they say it?
Montreal, I think.
Ooh,
I think.
See, that's not bad.
I'm gonna
That's
start
not
eating,
bad.
guys. I can't. I don't know how
Are we
we got onto
assembling this? Like, what's happening?
No,
Oh,
we're
are we
gonna
trying this?
start
Okay,
breakfast.
she's dying.
Okay.
I think Natasha wants to kill
Eggs
us.
no Benny.
Okay,
Let's
so we're
do
gonna
it.
try this first.
Okay.
So this is, yeah.
I'm just.
Do you
fork
have a
and knife.
recipe video for the hollandaise sauce?
I do not.
Is that the
I-
secret?
yes, it's a secret.
Cool. Right. base ingredient? Can we talk about that? Or not even?
the-
We can't talk about that trademark.
Are we going to take a bite all together or will I just do it? Hurry up, you two.
You're dying. Okay. We're not allowed to talk until we eat.
Haven't had a muffin in ages. Really looking forward to this.
So, woo!
Cross section.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. It's kind of cold.
The sauce is great.
That's amazing.
The sauce is
That's
awesome.
amazing. Take it in, take it in. Well,
I
feel like we're really far away. So, attention, Luca. I'm talking to you from the other side of the table. Sorry, Rose. We
What
picked
did
this.
you say?
I said you've got crumbs on your face.
Okay.
This is one of the things we do, Rose. Luca always has like crumbs and stuff and sauce on his
sauce.
face.
It's fine.
Thank you.
We're allowed to have crumbs. Oh, are we not?
We're not. Well, it depends on what everyone wants. Now, just to clarify, we were doing lots of activism here in Calgary, and we went home from a protest, and I had the megaphone in our bag. If anyone's been watching us on, why are you so quiet? If anyone's been watching us on Instagram stories, you know that we've been having fun with this. So I thought I'd bring it along because I feel really distant. So we have to communicate through the megaphone. Rose, can you pass this to Luca, please?
Yes. Okay. I want one of these. Oh God.
Thank you, Rose. Thank you for that.
When you pull that out, I was expecting like really loud. Okay.
Now we are probably going to have to pause the video momentarily, guys, because my nose is running. Now ordinarily if I was sitting next to Natasha, after 21 years, that's okay, but I'm sitting next to Rose, so I'm probably going to have to blow my nose.
God, it's so not acceptable. I can't believe you did that, Luca. And just to get everyone's attention, he's blowing his nose. Where's this? Right?
Are we pausing? Okay.
No, we're not pausing.
Okay. He said we're pausing.
That's all good.
Okay.
It's all good. Self-deprecation. That's what we do on this show.
Okay,
No problem.
great. That's my humor too.
So she's like, we're never doing this again. I don't know these two. It's going to be a knock on the door saying, what's going on? There's a siren. You didn't even notice that under the table? I snuck it into her house.
I'm very. I don't notice things like ever.
This is great.
Really, really good.
It would be better if it was warm, but we talk too much.
So much.
That's okay. It's still good.
Is this firm tofu?
It's
Yes, it's firm tofu.
Oh,
yes,
really? Because
firm
it's so soft
tofu.
inside. No? Oh, no.
No. Everything else is soft. I think so. It just gives you a soft experience.
That's really good.
Trademark herbs and spices on the in the batter as well.
There's
You don't have
some
to share
vegan
it.
butter,
Vegan butter. Mm-hmm.
some non-dairy milk in there. Lots of spices, nutritional yeast, obviously.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm loving the
yum.
flavors, the combinations.
Absolutely. So I wanted to ask you, Rose, because like,
Right, we're jumping in. Okay.
it's been like 20 minutes, girl.
It's different. We've been filming for like 5.
It's true.
We're going to the questions. Okay.
Well, I wanted to ask because you're an amazing cook.
I'm really not.
No, you are.
You are. We've loved your stuff so far, and I wanted to know, like, when are you trying to recreate, obviously, the non-vegan version? Like, how do you do it? What angle do you take? Are you going for? What do you do? What's your secret?
I don't usually try. I guess I do try to recreate non-vegan things, but I also don't really at the same time. There are certain things where I'm like, oh, that would be great. Like I could probably make it vegan. I think the thing I look for is like, for example, for this, I was like, okay, obviously they put egg on top of like egg sauce. So I'm like, obviously I can just veganize the sauce somehow, and then the egg would be like, I guess, the protein in the so I try to replace that with like a vegan, like a tofu, for example. So kind of that's like my rationale. And then of course I look at other places for inspiration. Lots of like, you know, are there really any new ideas nowadays? I don't know. I always look for, you know, other recipes and try to like tweak things, make it easy. Especially on my channel. I try to like make things easy as possible, because like at least when I started cooking, like I preferred the easy recipes over.
I mean, who doesn't? Well, that's not true. Some people
like to cook.
Spend hours and get really intricate with, you know, ingredients, and then other people are like, just whack it all in a pan.
The smaller the ingredients list, the better.
And I think that makes it super accessible for non-vegans wanting to make the transition, they need something fairly simple.
And that's what Rose's channel does, I feel, so well, and always has done. And just on your channel name, before we come back to Natasha's question, because I wanted to add something to that. Cheap Lazy Vegan. I mean, we love our channel name. We think it's like very appropriate for us.
Right.
But we've always loved the choice of channel name for your channel, Cheap Lazy Vegan. It's just so catchy, it's so catchy.
Yeah.
Like it's impossible to forget. And I just love it.
And who doesn't want to be cheap and lazy? You're vegan, right? Come on.
Well, 580,000 people agree.
Yeah.
I always say that's probably how I got all my subscribers. Just
It's
the name.
cheap and lazy.
Well, I find it would attract a lot of non-vegans. What's that about? That's something I can kind of feel like I might relate to just in the name alone, even if they're not yet vegan.
Yeah.
And I also think like when I first came up with that, I can't remember exactly like, what was going on through my head, but
I'm cheap and lazy.
I remember like when I would cook, I would just always like make cheap things that are easy. And also, I think people think that veganism is so difficult and so expensive, so I think that was kind of my rationale also to try to kind of be like, actually, I'm like really broke. I mean, at that time I was living in London, so
I remember that, and that's when we first started following you.
that's when I started my channel. And then it's so expensive there.
Yes.
So I'm like, I need to save money on food. So
Do you know the playlist that I share perhaps as much as any other playlist? It's how to eat vegan for $3 a day. On your channel, I share that constantly to this day.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, that was a big one.
That's one of the complaints that a lot of people can make. Oh, it's too expensive. People have this misconception that a plant-based vegan diet is expensive. When in actual fact, it can be as cheap as $3 a day. So I love sharing that playlist.
Yeah.
And people, they just don't know how to eat, right? So they'll buy a lot of vegan substitutes, and that can be very expensive. If you buy like fake meat, cheese. But like I'm sure you guys don't eat like that, and I don't usually buy fake meats and cheeses that much. Of course, sometimes I do, but it's not the bulk of my diet. So I think people just need to know what to get.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then it's cheap.
And delicious.
What you said reminds me of something which is really great to speak about, I think, in the vegan community. The words fake, alternative, substitute, and analog meat, cheese, eggs, dairy, all that type of thing.
This is something we've been talking about recently,
So Colleen Patrick Godreau, you know her?
Who?
Colleen Patrick Godreau.
Do I know her? That sounds familiar.
Yeah. So she's a social media influencer, an animal advocate.
I think I know.
She's got a podcast, Food for Thought.
Right.
It's been going about 10 years with 1 million downloads. We've had her on our podcast show and discussed her second podcast show, which is called Animology, where she looks at common uses of animals in our everyday language. So, for example, we let the cat out of the bag, or a can of worms. Those type of animologies. There are so many. Anyway, so she's got a really interesting school of thought on this use of substitutes, analogs, fake, faux meat, things. And she's saying we shouldn't necessarily use those terms because, for example, the word meat, if she traces it back to its origin, and it actually doesn't just pertain to the flesh of an animal, but rather the flesh of anything. So, for example, that's why we say coconut meat and nut meat, for example. So there's just plant meat and animal meat, but meat itself is not exclusive to the flesh of an animal. And then if we use the other terms like fake and faux and analog and substitute, plant foods are eaten by everyone.
Right.
So we don't want to say, this is vegan food. Necessarily. This is plant food. Or food made from plants.
It's a
which
really
everyone eats. We all eat plants.
It's a really interesting perspective, and we were chatting with her about it over Instagram the other day, and she actually made a little video, a post about it. I think I showed you. And it was just so interesting to think about.
I showed you. It's all right.
Do I have to get them?
Keep going.
It was really interesting to think about it and just to reframe like what we do and how we speak and how that shapes our perspective and everything in society of how we see plant foods and animal foods, and it was really interesting.
Another reason why it's kind of important is that if we acknowledge that the word vegan still can carry somewhat of a stigma in the minds of some people, if we say that's vegan food, then automatically, whether it tastes great or not, someone might actually just strike it out
100%,
and not even consider as an option. Whereas if it was plant food,
Yeah, or even just food.
or
If you just
even
say
just
food
food,
and it
right?
just happens to be vegan, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
They
So
automatically
very
get turned
interesting
off a lot of people.
on the psychology of our words and the use of our words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having said that, we still catch ourselves out saying.
Oh, I do it all the time.
All the time.
All the
right?
time, even responding to Colleen when we said,
Yeah, I know.
because we reposted her post
Yeah.
on our story, and she said, "Oh, thanks for that." And we said, "Yeah, well, it's just really got us thinking." And we said, "We'll be more careful the next time we talk about vegan food." Or something like that. And she's like, "Well, there you go."
Yeah. It's hard though because
Yes.
obviously it's not the norm what we what we eat. Well, I mean it is the norm, but it's not. People don't eat exclusively vegan. Most people, so it's obviously something that's outside of.
So I'm just like, I had to do it. I'm sorry.
You needed the
No,
speaker.
totally
You needed
fine. It's obviously something that's outside of what's mainstream, so we kind of have to use that language
Exactly.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
it is good to maybe normalize the vegan food by not saying vegan food.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see
Yeah, it's hard.
what's practical and what's being normalized and what's ideal, but what's I'm gonna burp.
Right.
She's like, right.
You can burp, no problem.
What's practical and what's ideal aren't always
Right.
Yeah.
synonymous.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
So the other thing I was going to say,
Can
going
we
back
get
to,
on to the next one? Come on,
go.
Luca. Right, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, it would be challenging, I imagine, to recreate a lot of animal-based dishes. In
Right.
that, if you've been vegan for a while, like we all have,
Right.
you can't exactly, like, as you're preparing it, go, oh yeah, that tastes like hollandaise, or no, it
Yeah.
doesn't.
I don't
Because
remember
it's been
what
so
hollandaise
long
tastes
since
like.
you
Yeah, I honestly don't remember what hollandaise is.
Yeah. All I know
But
is
I
that
never
was
really had it a lot,
flavoursome,
so,
but I
yeah.
can't tell you whether that was spot on or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah,
You'd
it
need
just
a
tastes good.
non-vegan who's recently eaten an
Yeah.
ex-Benedict and hollandaise sauce
Yeah.
to say,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, that's really right, close to the mark or not.
I think what I
Exactly.
try to do, also, like going back to your first question, or not for, I don't remember which one. Anyway, going back to the question
It's all
about
a
like
blur.
what I do when I do the recipes and like when I try to make something that's not vegan, I don't try to like make it like identically.
Yeah.
Oh, like for example, this is not identically egg on
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't even remember what hollandaise tastes like, but
Yeah.
it tastes good
Yeah.
as it is, and it serves that similar purpose
Yeah.
because it doesn't have to taste like eggs Benedict. And
Exactly.
we've had a lot of people that are not vegan that have tried it that say it tastes better than the original.
There you go.
And you know what our new thing is to say? Good enough is close enough
Yeah.
when it comes to saving a life.
Yes.
Right. Oh.
Right?
Oh, you guys have the best sayings.
That's true.
That was like,
Trademark it.
yeah, no.
Put it on a shirt.
Good enough is close enough. But it's true, you know, it doesn't have to be exact. Like we're talking
Yes.
about someone's life, or like,
Yes.
oh, I'm a little bit off. Oh, I don't know if that's the same. Oh,
Yeah.
just eat it. It tastes
And I think that like I'm sure you guys already also can relate is that after I don't know, like when I was eating meat I thought, oh my god, I can't give this up or whatever.
Yeah.
And then after a while you're just like your taste buds change and everything
Oh,
changes and you don't miss
absolutely.
those flavors
No.
and it's different. So I don't know, it's more of a nostalgia factor of like
it's everything you associate
and the
with.
fact that we can experience the same things because
Exactly.
we're very social creatures.
Yes.
Cool.
I kind of want to
All
heat
right.
this up a little bit.
All right.
The buns are a little like cold. I don't know. Are
Oh,
you
yeah,
okay
they
with
need
that?
to be heated up.
Yeah, I'm gonna heat it up. Can we pause this? All right.
All right, we're back.
We are back. Okay.
Warm buns.
I had to heat it up a little bit because I don't know. I don't want to give you guys cold burgers. I mean, I already tried to give you avocados. I couldn't. So okay, here's well. Apparently we have to. Okay, you guys.
Okay, so
This is your show.
Boris told us we were going to have burgers as one of the meals, and we're like, oh, make sure they're not assembled because we have this thing on our channel where it's the whole building a burger process is like a little drama here.
It's different for you, it's different for me, it's different for everyone. Don't you think? Like the
No.
way...
Oh, I see. Like what goes where.
Ah,
Like, yeah, but
exactly.
this one, see, unfortunately, because we don't have avocado, that drama process is not going to be as
Well,
dramatic.
Not as dramatic. We've still got three ingredients:
Yes,
the
we
sauce,
have
the
the
lettuce,
sauce.
And this is a lot for us
Fish
to get
no
through
fillet.
for 3 ingredients. This could like stretch out for 15 minutes, Rose.
Okay.
She's like, all right, I should have chosen something else.
Like, okay, I have things to do.
Usually in Australia, when we build burgers, we use like beetroot and tomato and
Right.
all the different like dressings and everything. What else do we put on?
maybe like onion.
Onion, right?
Ooh, yes,
And so
yes.
it's a whole process, and cucumber. And so we're never quite sure. Well, actually,
What
Luke is
to put
never quite
first.
sure which, you know.
Because
Right.
you got it's all about the structure, isn't it? You got the structure is one.
It's very important,
And then
yes.
you've got What's the thing?
Like
Like the
things get
taste as well.
slippery?
Anything slide, you know, like let's say there's tomato slips out or something.
You don't
like
want
that,
the
you know?
tomato and like
Yeah.
something else that will slip.
You don't want the
Okay,
bun soggy.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's a lot to consider.
It's a science.
It's a science of building burgers.
Yes.
Thank you, yes.
Okay. So I would like to see the science.
I would like to see your science.
Well, I mean, there isn't much. I feel bad because avocado is very like.
Okay,
you
what
know,
about, can we add some more tomato?
I ran out of tomato. I don't have anything. I have a recipe channel. I don't have anything. I'm trying to see. Let me see what I have. Oh my god.
No, you.
Did you pickles?
So let's just catch up. We've just pressed record. Luca nearly fell into the sauce. Rose, you're in the fridge. What's happening back there, Rose? Can we have an update? We have pickles.
Pickles.
What else do you need?
Pickles are good.
I don't. Yeah, pickles will go good.
Do pickles go with fish? Or no? Oh, what?
Good.
Do pickles go with no fish?
Non-fish.
Yeah, non-fish, that's right.
I think this could go. Yeah.
Yeah?
We're back.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's added.
I just got shamed for not having tomatoes.
Shame on you, Rose.
And this is gonna get cold again, so that's great.
Shame on Rose. No tomatoes.
Okay. Well, my science would be sauce on both sides.
Okay.
Do I explain my science or do I just do
No,
it?
please explain.
Okay.
yeah.
So
I was
sauce,
going to say just do it.
sauce on both sides. You know, just a nice amount. Mm-hmm. And this is how we do it at the cafe. So
Okay,
I don't know. I mean,
okay.
it better be right, otherwise I don't know. And then, so normally we would put slices of avocado on the bottom here.
Okay,
So after
on
the
the bottom.
sauce situation.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
You're like, I wouldn't do it.
No, I'm feeling that.
Okay.
Or it could slightly slippery base for the.
No, you would be surprised.
Okay.
Oh no, and then, okay, so the avocado on the bottom,
Uh-huh.
and then I put this on top, the lettuce on top,
Okay.
It creates a buffer.
and then this,
yeah.
Okay.
and then this.
Look, I'm liking that.
Well,
Yeah,
where do you
I
put
mean-
the pickles?
Oh well, I wasn't. That usually doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'll put some in there.
Yeah, I approve
I
of
mean,
that.
I'm just gonna use my fingers. We've.
Perfect.
There you go, one pickle. Do I
Awesome.
need? Okay, I don't know. Whatever.
That's
yeah,
good.
I'm going
That's
to go
good.
with that. Huh?
yeah, look at that.
All right, good.
Do you approve this method?
I approve that.
Luca prep. You want to go first?
No, ladies first.
I mean-
Okay.
Which is the bit? You know what? That went cold again.
Maybe we could talk a bit more.
So you do two. How saucy is the sauce?
I mean, I don't know.
Double dip.
It's like
Oh, that's nice.
it's nice. It's a nice sauce.
I'm gonna do both.
Just
I
put
don't-
a little bit
You
on.
Sure?
Yes.
Okay. Because oops, missed the.
Are you
pick up the
afraid?
table. No. I was just gonna make the.
It's not
fish
healthy.
sticker.
I remember you guys
No.
freaking out about like a burger one time.
Did we?
I don't know. I was watching a video and you were like, "This is so not healthy," and I was like, I think I commented. I was like, "You guys are freaking out."
It might have been Burger King's.
Yeah, and it was like
veggie,
I
new
can't-
vegan
that was
burger.
kind of
I don't
nice.
know. You guys were like, "Oh my god, I'm eating something so unhealthy," and I was like, "That's like not even that bad."
It's all relative.
Yeah. And the burger looked kind of healthy. Was
Did
it kind of healthy?
I don't know what you're talking about. But
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. What
Yeah,
you're talking
it was a
about.
Burger King
Yeah,
burger, and
it-
it was made of veggies as opposed to other
It didn't
stuff,
look
so-
that good.
No.
Was it good? Actually, I can't remember now.
You know
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, it's okay.
If
I
it's
mean,
vegan, it's good.
That's
Just
it.
eat it instead of animals. Did we personally, like, is that our personal choice of burger?
Yes.
No, it wouldn't be.
Yes.
but
But
having,
do I wish that, you know, people, when they come out with vegan things, do I wish that it would taste amazing? Yes.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
it didn't not taste. It was fine. It was
fine,
totally
yes.
fine. Yeah.
You know what
But
it was?
you want something to be phenomenal.
It was like kind of mushy. It was
Right,
like
yes, it was that mushy, yes.
Right, it was like
Yes.
baby food. It was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know,
I know
still
exactly
eat it,
what you're
still eat
talking
it
about.
instead of cow.
Like we could do it.
Yeah.
Like we're fine with baby food.
Yeah.
But a non-vegan who's looking for that meaty
Exactly,
experience,
yes.
give them a meaty experience,
Yes.
like the Beyond Meat burger.
Did you
for
have the
example.
Beyond Meat?
Oh,
we've had it
fantastic.
so many
Did you have it
times.
here?
Oh, we haven't had it
The
here
A&W
yet.
one?
No.
And did you know Tim Hortons now has a breakfast
We
sandwich?
do,
I
Tim
tried
Hortons,
it. It's
yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we
For anyone not in
It's
Canada,
probably very unhealthy for you guys. Well, because you're so healthy.
No, but we have the Beyond Meat burger. What we like doing is doing it ourselves because then
Yeah,
we can
yeah,
like
totally.
control how much crap goes into it.
Right.
But we really enjoy the burger itself.
Yeah,
but we will definitely try it at either Tim Hortons or A&W. You finished all that sauce.
but you
I'm just saying.
I
Now
gave
we
it-
have to look. No,
I
no,
gave
put
it to
them
you
together. Put the
first.
faces
No. Yeah, there's some still left on the spoon.
Mush. Oh yeah, baby. Hold it, Luca. There you
I feel uncomfortable.
There's some left on the spoon too.
That's okay.
So anyway, for
Do you want
anyone-
pickle?
Yes, I will have a
Okay.
pickle.
You
Thank
haven't even assembled
I
it.
know.
haven't assembled
Honey,
it.
our love these dumplings. Yeah, I
That was
told
the
you.
base. Lettuce. Yeah. Okay.
Wait, we haven't even engaged with our audience. Is it how we like talking it through and thinking it?
I was just about to engage with our audience. For anyone not from Canada or anyone not following social media intently,
Pickle.
yeah, okay. A&W is like a fast food
Oh,
chain
right,
of
we're just
restaurants
talking.
here in Canada, and they have 600 locations. So that's 600 locations.
900, I think.
Oh, 900.
I think so.
900
Across
locations
Canada.
across Canada that you can now get a Beyond Meat burger at. But I do believe you need to make. Do you, need to make a
You need to ask for
modification?
no mayo, and I believe that's it.
Okay.
There's no cheese on it unless you ask for cheese.
A&W,
So,
bring the vegan cheese. Come on, or should I say cheese made from plants?
That's right.
Yes.
Plant
cheese.
And
Now-
Tim Hortons, 4,000 locations
Tim Hortons
across.
ones they actually have a just fully vegan one that you just have to order it.
Oh, really?
So you don't have to modify it.
Oh, cool.
Fantastic.
So
I
it's
really
the one
like
with
that.
lettuce and tomato. It's like a breakfast sausage sandwich, and it's very good.
And
Do they
Tim
have
Hortons are
plant cheese?
everywhere in Canada.
They do not.
Come on, Tim Hortons.
I don't even think they have plant milk.
Really?
I don't know. I asked this
awesome.
question because I did this mukbang. This came out this morning, me tasting this stuff. And I asked the audience, because like the last time I remember I asked Tim Hortons if they have any non-dairy milk, and they
Yeah.
said no. And that,
I
but I don't know.
2019.
Some people
come
say
on.
some locations have it and some
Okay.
locations don't. But as far as I know, they don't really have it across the board. Which is
Okay.
kind of weird that like the first plant-based thing they come out with is like the Beyond.
Yeah.
But I think that's because of A&W's influence and success.
I think so too.
Yeah.
All the Canadians
Okay, she
we've been
wants
so far are wrapped.
I got
Fish no fillet.
Filet no fish.
Oh, fillet no fish.
Pickle. Normally
Oh my
with
God.
avocado.
I need more calories.
You two take a bite. I'm doing something different. Good. I'm going to try it without the pickle to begin with because I want the authentic experience. Now, one thing I will say, I'm actually allergic to seafood.
Okay.
And so I've never had any plant, no, what are we going to call it? Plant. And I don't want to call it seafood because it's sea life.
Fish made from plants.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vegan fish, that's not vegan. Like it's plant fish. Plant fish? Whatever. I've never had it because I've
You've never
always
had-
been really scared. Like, oh, what if I have a reaction? Which obviously I'm not going to because there's no fish in it. But I've always avoided
that
it.
phobia.
You're not allergic to like seaweed?
No, I
Okay,
eat all
that's
the
good.
time. Okay,
Okay.
cool. So that's
That's
I wanted
fine.
to
That's the
show
only
people.
yeah.
I wanted to show people.
Yeah,
Here I
the
was
patty.
like whining, like, hurry up, you two. I'm see how it's like a bit darker on top? I can't see. You've used a nori sheet, right? To give it that dark, because that's what
Yeah.
fish from the
And the
ocean
fish
look like.
flavor.
And the fish
flavour
flavour.
as well, yeah. I must say, I did used to like fish fillets at McDonald's when I used to eat there as a teenager. And I can actually recall the tartar, how would you pronounce
The
it?
tartar sauce.
Tartar sauce. I can, it's very similar. Yeah. You know how when we took
That's
our
really
first
good.
bite of the Beyond Meat burger, we hadn't eaten meat in about 10 years, and yet it transported us back to the last time
Yeah.
we ate meat because it was so similar.
Yeah.
I feel the same with this
Oh,
tartar
really?
sauce. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. I'm going to put the pickle in now. Update, Natasha's using the pickle.
The pickle kind of overpowers it, but it's good.
This sauce is incredible, actually. This,
Yeah.
and again, I've never really had. What do you say? Tartar? That's not tartar. Tate. Tartar.
I think
had
it
the
can be
sauce.
pronounced a few different ways.
But I'm Canadian. I don't know how you guys say it, but
We don't say anything properly. We should just stop speaking.
Yeah.
It's really bad. Anyway, I love the sauce.
Yeah. The sauce is good. The pickle overpowered it. Don't put pickle. It doesn't come standard with pickle. It doesn't need it.
it comes with avocado.
Avocado.
I'm taking
And that
the
makes
pickle
it.
out. I'm going to have
yeah.
pickle on the side so I can
Yeah,
control
it's definitely like overpowering. Hey? Yeah, I noticed that too.
Whose stupid idea was that?
Me.
No,
Oh! To try it first?
to put the pickle
To add? I thought that was mine. I was like, I have pickle. Because
okay.
you guys gave me a hard time about not having tomato.
Ah, okay. I thought so. You were the you.
I was like, oh god, I feel like I should have more food to put into the burger.
I approved. Oh, it's good.
Anyways.
So I was going to say one thing, Rose, that I felt.
Left hand corner.
Do you do this all the time?
All the time. But it's true. Like
I wish I had someone to tell me like, oh, you have food on your mouth.
The thing is, Rose, most people don't care. They've let me know in the comments that they're on my side.
but they either find it funny or I'm a controlling freak wife that nobody wants
A
around.
lot of look, it's kind of split. A lot of people say I actually do that with my partner too, and a lot of people
Right.
just say just let him be.
There's only thousands of people watching around the world.
Anyway, what I was
Just
going to
thousands.
say, what I felt has connected us over
Right.
the ether in the 4 or 5 years that we've been on YouTube
Right,
together
yeah.
is our mutual
Skin
defense
deep.
of animals. And I
Yes.
feel like we've supported one another in
Yes.
that on our respective channels, in
Yes.
comments on our videos
Right.
over the years.
Yes.
And I feel like that has given us the bond that we have today and that we're now finally getting to experience in person.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same?
No, totally. Even though we have such different channels.
Yeah, different channels, different. I think
Yeah.
it's just that our defense and
Yeah.
love for animals.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's like no matter what angle we take on our channels or through our social media, that the underlying message and the mission of ultimately emptying the cages, emptying the tanks, animal liberation, brings us and other
Yeah.
content creators together and
Yeah.
just like, let's do this
That-
through all different means.
Yes.
It's wonderful.
That core message: stop hurting animals.
Right.
This is coming from 3 people who used to hurt animals as
Yeah,
well.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
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 And just letting people know that, if we can change, anybody can change. People are making the change every day from all
Yeah.
walks of life. You got children, right through to much older people,
Yeah.
and everyone in between, all walks of life, different backgrounds. No one really wants to hurt animals. When
Yeah.
you stop and think about it, if you ask
For sure.
someone, "Are you in favour of hurting animals?" Only
Everyone says
people
no.
that are, got something not quite right upstairs are going to say yes. So it's just about aligning our actions with our values, isn't it?
Exactly. Exactly.
Remind me, when you guys went vegan, was it ethical at first, or?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, first we went vegetarian because we didn't know about the egg and
Right,
dairy
right, right.
industry back then.
Right.
But we watched Gary Yourofsky's speech, and that just straight away went vegan. It was just connecting all those dots. It was the ethics, and everything else is a bonus. Everything else is a bonus.
And I think, Rose, that's also a very interesting question that opens up an interesting discussion.
She's like, "What have I done now?"
I think I know what you're gonna say.
It's great to talk about this. When you went vegan, was it originally for ethics type thing? Now, we always say
I know what he's gonna say.
it's kind of, I don't know whether the word is superfluous.
I was gonna
or
say superfluous.
to say that veganism is based on ethics because, or no, that's not the right way. It couldn't have been for anything else.
Right.
Otherwise, it would be a
Agreed.
plant-based diet
Right.
for either health or environmental
Right.
reasons. But if it's vegan, you're also not exploiting animals in the other ways that you're not supporting the exploitation of animals in the way that the other
Right.
ways that we do, such as clothing, entertainment,
Totally.
testing, and the pet
Yeah.
industry. So if you're doing it for health reasons, what's going to stop you from
Totally.
going to a zoo or an aquarium or a marine park or a rodeo? Or what's
Yeah,
going to
it
stop
makes
you
sense,
from
right?
buying leather or fur
Totally.
or wool or down?
It's not
or
like
stop
you
buying
personally
products tested
gain-
on animals or
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're doing like when you're not participating in that exploitation and violence and all those other areas, it's only benefiting animals. Whether a tiger is in a cage right now or not doesn't affect us personally right now. We're not getting healthier. Maybe spiritually or emotionally, knowing that they're not in pain would benefit us. But yeah, so. It's something we always talk about.
I agree.
Yeah, and absolutely, people come to it to veganism from so many different areas. It could be health, it could be environment, it could be so many things. But ultimately, when we decide to stop exploiting animals for all the ways we've been talking about, that's for them. That's
Right.
for ethics. Yeah.
Right.
So it's interesting to think about all these things. I mean, we do a lot
Yeah.
of thinking.
Yeah, no kidding. Me too. I think about this stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find it interesting. I just find it interesting that, I guess, even for me, even though I agree completely 100% with what you guys just said, it's just that I just have this habit of being like, oh, did you go vegan for health? Like, because vegan is now kind of known as this word for, it's almost like synonymous, is that the right, it's synonymous to a vegan diet.
Yeah.
I think. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Synonymous?
Yes, that's right. That's the right word. That's
Yes.
the right word, yeah.
So what you could say is, did you come to
A plant-based
diet, or did you come to veganism? Yeah, I think
through
you
a
could-
plant-based diet?
Right.
Okay, yes. Yeah.
And I find this fascinating, but I think it shows a real shift in like culturally and in our society where we're moving towards, where
Yes.
we're thinking about the language and what it means and how we're going to rephrase things because
Yeah.
we are entering like this new phase
Right.
of our relationship with animals. and the planet,
Right.
and it
Yes.
changes everything, which I see as a really good sign that we're needing to rethink these things.
Yes.
We're entering the next millennium.
Yeah.
So rather than did you go vegan for the animals, which of course the answer to which has to be yes, because
Yes.
veganism is about the animals.
Yeah.
So the answer to that is yes.
For sure.
Did you come to veganism through a plant-based diet?
Right.
Is the way we're going to ask that.
Right. Okay.
We good
cool.
with that?
Have we
Yep. I
have we
think-
just created a new sentence?
I think we
Okay.
have. Did you come to veganism through a plant-based diet?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Or even how did you come to veganism?
Right, yeah,
Because it
yeah.
may have been through environment.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, true.
No, it's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm really liking this.
Great. I'm glad you do.
Yeah, it's really good. The sauce again. I think the sauce is a key.
Yeah, the sauce is the key.
Yeah. I used to work at McDonald's.
Did you?
Yeah, when I was 15, and I'm telling you, this
How
is what
things
they
have
taste like.
changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does McDonald's now have anything vegan in Australia? I know in the
Australia,
UK
not.
they do.
What have they got now in the
I
UK?
feel like they have a vegan burger.
Okay, cool. Because they've also got
But
it
it's
in
probably mushy. Like
Finland and Sweden. They've got the McVegan.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think in Germany as well.
Germany, I think, is new
They've
as
just
well,
got
like
it
the
back
UK.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got anything in Canada now?
I feel like a few years ago they had like these wraps that you could like they were like wraps, but I don't think they sold very well because I think they're gone now. But
Okay.
do you know like they had some like vegan or vegetarian wraps that you could just like eliminate cheese or something, and they were actually okay. Like they were decent. I mean, it's not the best, but it's there. But now I don't think they have anything. But I feel like because A&W has been so successful, like ever since the Beyond Meat came out, I
Yeah.
feel like something might happen. And I've heard that Burger King now is going to have the Impossible Burger.
Yeah,
I thought.
that's really taken
They were
off.
Yeah.
trialing it. Was it in Louisiana
was in
or
the-
something like that?
yeah.
Right.
And then it did quite well, and so they're going to roll it out nationwide.
Oh.
And I think they've got 15,000 franchises worldwide.
Right.
And in the US, it could be as many as 8,000 or something
Yeah,
like that.
so
That's a
many.
lot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You know,
I don't know if it's gonna come out here. I hope so.
Well, I also heard that McDonald's had a chicken wrap, a vegan chicken
Oh,
wrap.
really?
What was that?
Definitely not here. I don't
something
think.
that came out.
I feel like that's something I would know about.
when
Isn't
they
that
get
in Australia or is that in the
No,
UK?
no, not in Australia.
I've seen
no, no.
a vegan chicken wrap.
Yeah?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Because this came out and we're like, why are you doing a healthy chicken wrap? Just make a damn burger. You know, people don't go to McDonald's to be healthy.
I don't think it even had chicken in it. That was the problem. It was like a
Really?
veg wrap,
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah,
I thought it had chicken
no,
bits in it.
I think we were criticizing because it was like veg, and we're like,
Oh, it was just
This
like
is
a
the problem,
salad
right?
wrap.
that's a problem.
And this is the problem also with when we put health and vegan together.
Yes.
I mean, not that I'm not. You know, you guys are healthy people.
No, but
like,
when
I
we
try
do-
to be healthy, but also
We've done mukbangs, as you said. We're
Yeah.
eating the Burger King. We've had Pizza Hut. Like we've
Domino's,
eaten.
Yeah.
Magnum ice cream.
Oh, you know, Panago Pizza here has a vegan pizza with vegan cheese.
Really? What are
You
they
should
called?
try it.
What's the place you said?
Panago.
Panago.
Yes,
Panago.
it's
Okay.
they use Daiya cheese, and normally I'm not the biggest fan, but it's
Yeah.
actually really good.
Oh, good.
With like vegan pepperoni.
Okay.
Okay, I think Domino's in Australia
For the
uses
Canadian
diet cheese
viewers
as well.
out there,
yeah,
if you
good.
guys want to know, because I didn't know until recently, and it's actually really good.
Yeah.
Our Canadian viewers, if you've tried it, let us know in the comments below.
It's really good.
And
I'm
you're
not.
right.
I'm not sponsored. Please sponsor me. I always beg for sponsorships.
We're trying to get sponsored by oatmeal company.
You should
But, like,
totally
do you know how many oats we eat? Can
Holy.
No one will sponsor us.
Oh,
But you're right. Like that's why we show, you know, the more processed foods in our mukbangs sometimes.
Options, options, options.
And it is a problem when veganism becomes synonymous with health because it's again, it's not about health. It's
Yes.
about animals. So
Yes.
you know, but of course, a whole foods plant-based diet is what science is recommending.
Yes.
So
yes. Totally.
make that the norm, and these are the exceptions. Not these, like the what we're
Just
talking
generally
about.
food, like
Yeah.
junk food or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like inclusion is so important, and people feel. I think when we don't have options, we feel like we're not included
Yes.
in
Of course.
society. So something like A&W, like especially for kids, something like that would be such an important thing. Even though for normal people, like non-vegans, would just think, "Oh, it's just a burger, like it's not a big deal." But for a child, you know, being able to go to A&W
deal.
and get
With
a
their
burger,
friends who
yes,
might not be
and
vegan,
fit in,
but they can
yeah.
fit in and socialise.
Yeah,
Imperative.
It's so
It's
important.
everything.
Imperative because
Yeah.
you know there are about 4 main reasons ultimately that people don't want to go vegan for: taste, convenience, tradition and culture, and habit. If we can really hammer that convenience one with the likes of A&W, Tim Hortons, McDonald's, Burger King, we're going to break down one of the 4 big barriers.
And make it taste good. And then that's 2 out of 4 done.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Did you understand all that?
I'd add a 5th.
I'm used to talking with my mouth full, so I understand people.
I'd add a 5th barrier there is the social aspect.
Oh, social is, I think that's number 1.
I think it's actually
That's
number
I talk about this all the time. I think social.
Taste comes up the most when we're having outreach
Yes,
conversations.
but honestly, that's not it.
Yeah, I don't think they want to acknowledge the social aspect necessarily.
I don't think they know the social aspect because I didn't. And there's so much pressure when you first even talk about veganism or think, oh, like I'm gonna go plant-based or whatever. Because like initially, I don't know if you guys know my story, but I went pescatarian first, and then I was pescatarian for a long time because I thought I couldn't give a fish and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I also, it's funny because I was like, oh, I believe in the ethics and stuff. So I stopped going to zoos and buying leather, but I thought I couldn't stop eating fish. For a long time. Yeah, so I was like, everything else but the fish. That's my thing.
That's interesting.
So
I haven't heard that before.
that's speciesism.
Right, yes, totally. That's what
so
it is.
it was like fish over here and all the rest of the animal kingdom.
But it wasn't
over
even
here
the fact.
in my circle of compassion. But I'm just going to exclude.
But I totally knew what I was doing. But I was like, I don't know. It was just like a mental thing where I was like, I couldn't let it go. I thought, oh my god, like I have to have it. I don't know. I think it's because I grew up eating it, and obviously, you know, and people have that with dairy and all that stuff.
Yeah. So you had with fish what a lot of people have with cheese.
Yeah, totally. So I tried to do whatever I could in the other sides, but then I was still eating fish, and it's totally like a speciesist thing. It's the fact that it's just so many different reasons. Anyways, and then eventually I stopped. But that's why I always say too, like if people feel like there's like one thing that they can't stop, then like it doesn't necessarily stop them from doing everything else. So like you don't have to go like buy leather, you know, just because you're not like vegan. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So I feel like that those steps are like very important, where you're just kind of like, okay, maybe I should like stop in this side, and then that'll kind of force them to think about.
And eventually, you'll end up being vegan because everything will align, and you realize I'm being hypocritical. Right?
Why would I include all of these beings in my circle of compassion, but exclude these ones when they have the equal capacity to suffer? That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
You're really good.
Right?
Really good. Yeah.
I feel like we have more to talk about.
Okay. We're just getting started.
No, I mean in the next video.
Oh yeah. What time is it? Oh, it's just before 12. There you go. Just like, what does that mean?
I don't even know what that means, but you know.
What does that mean?
I was going to say, it's perfect. We're almost at lunchtime. We've just finished lunch.
Yeah, I mean, I could eat again.
Yeah, I could eat more too.
We'll take a little break. We'll have a cup of tea.
Yes, totally.
And then we'll do your channel.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But before we go, I'm so excited. One more thing I wanted to talk about quickly was you recently have a new companion animal in your life.
Yes.
He or
she?
She.
Nari.
Is she here? Because we haven't seen her.
No. Okay, so she actually lives at my parents' house.
Oh, okay.
Yes, unfortunately, because this building unfortunately doesn't allow dogs, but also it is better for her because she has a yard at my parents' house.
Nice.
Good.
So yes, so she's a mixed breed dog. We don't know.
Well, the reason I'm bringing it up is because I love, you know, looking at your Instagram, that, what's her name, sorry?
Nari.
Nari has an Instagram page. And right up the top there is #AdoptDon'tShop.
Yes.
Which is super, super important because, as we always talk about as social media influencers, we are influencing people whether we like it or not. And so many influencers will get this little designer dog that looks absolutely gorgeous, and that pushes up the market of wanting to breed more and more of these designer animals. And it also gives the wrong impression that these animals are just commodities. We can purchase them and we can use them like a fashion accessory, which is totally not okay. So when we saw your darling new companion animal with the #AdoptDon'tShop, we're like, whoa! You know, it's super important.
It's very important. I think I actually talked about this topic in one of my videos where I feel like, you know, of course we're on social media, we look at all these cute dogs and cats and they're all adorable, let's be
Yeah.
honest. Even if they're designer or not, we just like, they're
Yeah,
cute.
of course.
You know? But then it's like, sometimes I feel a bit icky. Like I said this, I'm like, I don't even know the right word because I don't even know if it's like a immoral or a moral thing. It's more like an icky thing where I'm like, should I be sharing this photo of this clearly designer dog that is clearly bred for this purpose and it's going to drive up the demand for this dog and now people are going to want a designer dog. So same thing with, so I feel like if you adopted a dog, like I feel like it is something that you can kind of share, be like, okay, I adopted this dog instead of, you know, promoting buying these dogs.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We've watched the animal rights documentary film Dominion a number of times
Right.
now because we screened it on our activism tours, and we watched it most recently here in Calgary.
Right.
We had a good audience attend, and one of the facts stood out for me. Something you pick up something different every time you watch it, and it was around 450,000 puppies are bred in Australia every year within the pet industry, right?
Right.
Meanwhile, around a very similar number are killed in shelters.
Oh no.
So can you imagine breeding like almost 500,000
New
beings
babies.
into existence only to kill
Yeah.
half a
It's
million
just
beings?
insane.
Like,
what we
crazy.
do.
but it
Doesn't
is
make
crazy.
sense.
That's the only word for it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really, we've got to be conscious
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
And people don't know. That's another thing is a lot of people, they don't know. Like my first dog, we bought her not through a
Yeah.
breeder, but like through a family friend. But you know, I still bought.
Yeah.
But I had no idea. No
Yeah.
idea. I didn't know. Like, I just had. I don't know. I didn't know.
And then once we know better, we
Yes,
can do better,
Yeah.
and then use our platforms to share that
Yeah.
information to
Yeah.
inform others. So.
And the reason you didn't know is because there are so many ways that we exploit animals that we're
Yeah,
unaware of. Like
exactly.
so many, it's
Yeah.
mind-boggling.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's in 5 main areas, but within each of those areas,
Yeah.
you know, food, clothing, entertainment,
Yeah.
testing,
Yeah.
and the pet industry, they each have like little sub-areas of things that you hadn't thought about.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Oh, that's been So that's fantastic to
Yeah.
see. I remember there was one more thing I wanted to talk about.
Yeah? Okay.
Should we like pause and get a cup of tea?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. All right, we're back with tea.
We're back. I'm scratching my nose. Okay, so this tea is so interesting. We've just been talking about the tea.
I don't think it's that
chocolate.
interesting.
Super berry.
Chocolate berry tea.
Yeah.
I think it's chocolate flavored,
Oh.
but I don't think there's chocolate in it. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the chocolate flavor comes from chocolate, right?
I don't know. Is it artificial?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We know nothing. The point is, it smells like chocolate and berries in tea, which is
Yeah,
really
it
does too,
unusual.
yeah.
right?
I'm having
like,
ginger peach tea.
I'm about to drink a muffin.
Let me know how it tastes.
Yeah. Actually, the muffins
it?
that we had at Rose's Cafe.
Chocolate.
Was it double chocolate?
I should have
you said?
brought
Is that
some.
what you called it? Double chocolate?
Double chocolate muffin. Yes.
Yeah. So it had
yes.
like the gooey chocolate amongst the muffin.
Because we put chocolate
chocolate.
chips inside.
So good.
Yes.
So if you don't have a cup of tea with us, make sure you pause the video, get a cup of tea, get a muffin, whatever you've got.
But
We're
you know what was
extending
better
this.
than that muffin?
What
The
was-
banana bread.
The banana bread, right?
man.
Yes, that is a good
Get the
banana,
banana bread.
Yes. You know, it's funny because I don't know if I told you, my mom owned that cafe
Yes.
and it was
Yeah.
not a vegan cafe. So we had banana bread at that time too.
Yeah.
And it was not vegan.
Uh-huh.
And we just changed one ingredient. I think we just switched egg to like applesauce or something.
Right.
And it tastes, I think it tastes, people said it tastes better.
unbelievable.
I haven't
It's
tried the
fantastic.
non-vegan one, but some people say it's more moist.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, that was the moistest.
so moist.
Moistest?
Yeah.
Moistest.
Banana bread.
Yeah.
I think we've ever had.
Oh.
So that's
well
an
done.
excellent egg substitute for baking applesauce.
Applesauce.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of so many
okay.
substitutes. Anyway, go
Yeah.
on.
What is your question? Okay,
Cheers.
cheers.
Cheers. I've never cheersed with tea before.
I know, but we don't drink anymore, so
I
we've got
know.
to cheers. with tea.
Cheers! Woo!
When in Calgary.
Tea. Herbal tea.
Getting high on the good stuff. I wanted to talk about a recent Instagram stories that we watched of yours.
Which one?
You were talking about hate.
Oh, yes,
right? And
yes.
I was watching this. I was in the bathroom. I was actually I was sitting on the toilet. Did anyone else do that?
Everyone.
does
But
it.
I tell you what,
Comment below if you do it.
I'm always so scared that I'm going to like accidentally post
Press
something.
record or something?
I always press the buttons away from myself. I'm like, hands down on the toilet record. No! That's never going to happen. I'm not jinxing myself. Anyway, so I was watching you sitting on the toilet. Rose was like, this is weird. And I was laughing my head off. And Lucas in the other room is like, what are you laughing about? I'm laughing at Rose because it was really great to see you talking about how you deal with hate on your channel and on the internet. And I think the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because so many people say to us, I don't know how to to deal with the hate. You know, I post
Right.
like one animal rights thing and all these people started hating on me. I don't know how to deal with it. And this is something we
Right.
talk a lot about, because if you're going to be so concerned about people hating on you for posting something about animals, then we're not going to get very far.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. And so you were saying, like, when you talk about animal rights or an animal issue on your channel, you don't get that much hate, because it's like you're like putting the truth out there.
Yes.
And people don't even say anything because you're coming at it with such
Yes.
truth.
Yeah.
I'm putting words into your mouth.
Yeah, no, totally. No, people do say stuff, but I think that when I make the videos where I talk about stuff, I try to be as, and I'm sure you guys do the same. I try to be, I try to not be.
You try to put yourself back in
Yes,
pre-vegan
exactly.
shoes,
And, like, where my
be
head was at.
non-judgmental
Exactly.
and relate to people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that's the one thing that I do. So I try to be more logical rather than emotional, I guess.
Yeah.
So then, because you know, when you get emotional, it's hard to like convey
Yes,
what you're
yes,
actually going to
yes,
say.
yes.
So, so that's one thing I try to do. So then, when you come at it from more of a logical, you know,
Objective
point of
perspective,
view,
yeah.
it is hard to argue.
Yeah.
It is very hard to argue against, you know, what we're talking about unless you contradict yourself. So,
Yeah.
so then because I do that and because I try to make it hard to argue, most people are like, oh, I get where you're coming from. Unless, but then I do get like the fringe people saying stupid things, but you know, you're gonna always get that. But then nowadays I find that when I post my recipe videos, people are hating on that, saying stupid shit. I won't swear.
And we loved your potty mouth on Instagram stories too. I love it. It's like,
I do that on Instagram because I feel like on YouTube I can't swear.
well, everything's censored on YouTube, you know. You
Yeah.
have to make it content for like a 3-year-old, so you can't
Yeah.
use your potty mouth, but I love your potty mouth. I've got a potty mouth.
And the thing is, people watch Hollywood films a lot, yeah, right?
Right.
Don't they swear in those?
Yeah, I don't know,
And yet
it's-
they're part of popular
yeah.
culture. So why
Exactly.
are we censoring it in one area and
Yeah,
not
I have no
another?
idea.
Like, that's just weird.
I don't know.
If we're all in favour of it in one area,
Yeah.
why would we be against it in another?
It's messed up.
You know, sometimes YouTube will say, "Oh, our corporate advertisers, they don't want to be associated with that kind of language." But don't they also run ads before those Hollywood films at the
Totally.
cinemas?
Right?
So it's like
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't
it's the
make
same
sense.
audience. It
So
doesn't make
hands up if you
Yeah.
want a potty mouth on YouTube.
It doesn't make sense. It's just words.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, you were
Yeah.
saying that when you post like your recipe videos,
Yeah, you know, before I don't usually get, I mean, to be fair, I get very little hate compared to a lot of people.
Us?
I'm sure you guys get a lot. I don't know. So that's one thing. I mean, I make recipe videos. Like, how much could you possibly hate?
Yeah.
Like,
it's extraordinary.
Yeah.
Like people
but now,
don't
yeah, now people come on and they're like, oh, like, that's disgusting, or, you know, saying stupid
Yeah,
stuff, right?
yeah,
And I
yeah.
can't remember what people were saying, but it was just like ridiculous.
It was enough to tick you off.
Yeah, your work.
It was. I was like, I don't understand. Like, this is literally like what I eat in a day,
Yeah.
and I'm not even saying. The thing is, I'm very careful not to be, not to give any nutritional advice.
Yeah.
And if I say something, I'm like, I think it's like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's
yeah.
risky.
So you're not
You
like making any
can't-
bold statements.
Yeah,
like,
because like I don't know, I don't have any credentials, so you
Yeah.
shouldn't listen to anybody on YouTube
Yeah.
that are just saying bold statements without backing it up.
Yeah.
Because people do that all the time now.
Yeah.
And then they think that they know what they're talking about, and then they go on other channels, and I'm like, why are you going on a vegan channel if you're so against veganism? And it's not even anything about like. It's just food. Like, it's just food. I'm just making food. If you don't want to eat it, don't eat it. This is the real me, guys.
Boom, drop the mic. Right, Rose has spoken.
Seriously.
It's true, it's true. And so
Yeah.
I think it's really, oh my God,
Ooh.
really reassuring
Yes.
for our viewers to see this coming from the people that they watch and follow, and to see how we handle the hate.
Yeah.
And personally, like, we embrace it. We love the hate.
I was gonna ask, how do you handle it?
Oh, bring it, baby. Because we always talk about this in our activism workshops. This is a good sign. It means that
Right.
you're reaching people outside the vegan bubble, you're pressing buttons, you're getting a reaction. It doesn't matter what that reaction
Right.
is. You have done something to trigger something within them.
Yeah.
Something as simple as saying, maybe don't kill animals and eat plants instead. Whoa.
Yeah.
Right? So if we're going to create this revolution and change the entire way we see and live with animals in this world, then we have to expect that there's going to be solid pushback.
Right.
And the more pushback we get, the more we know that we're speaking strongly for the victims and that we're on the right path. Right? We always say we're not here to rock the boat, we're here to sink the boat. There
You guys
go.
are just there with all the quotes.
We've done a lot of speeches.
How many
Rose.
shirts do you have with quotes on them? You should make just like a line of just your famous
Of just the quotes?
Yeah.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, you just said like 4. There's like 4 shirts in this video alone.
I like that. Okay. You can join the TVC t-shirt making team.
Speaking of our workshops, another thing that we talk about is that not every vegan has to be an animal rights activist.
Right.
Yeah.
But it is important for every vegan to be active and advocate for animals in some way.
Right.
Right? It's not enough to not participate in the exploitation of and violence towards animals. We need to also educate others about what's happening to animals, and use our experience of why we made the change, to inspire others. And one thing I love about you, Rose, is you have done so many and are doing so many things. So you've got the YouTube channel, which is absolutely huge. Like I said, one of the biggest vegan YouTube channels. You've also got your own personal YouTube channel.
Oh yes.
that
I
one.
should post more on that, but okay.
So it's 2 YouTube channels. You've got 5 Instagram accounts.
You did your research.
Oh
my gosh.
5 Instagram accounts.
Yes.
So you got the restaurant one, the Cheap Lazy Vegan one, the Cheap Lazy Vegan community one.
Oh.
You got Nari, your new adopted dog,
And then my
you've
personal.
also got your personal one.
Yes.
Right? And you've also got the cafe.
Yes.
So I'm like, look at everything Rose is doing to promote the vegan message. Yeah,
Be
to
like
promote
Rose.
veganism.
Be like Rose.
And you don't even if you just did a fraction of what Rose is doing, you'd be doing so much because you're doing an enormous amount of stuff. How do you do it?
I don't know.
What drives you?
Not by having a 2-hour mukbang.
I mean, I don't know. I guess like because I'm so into this topic and I'm passionate about the topic, and I guess it just happens like naturally. And also I'm naturally more of a despite my channel name, I do like to do a lot of things.
She's not as lazy
not
as
really.
you
Yes,
sound.
I'm lazy. I always say I'm lazy in the kitchen, not in life.
Yeah.
That's what I
That's
say.
a t-shirt.
Comment
We're
down
just
below
trying to
if
sell
you'd
you
like to see
t-shirts.
a t-shirt like that from Rose. Yeah.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah, so because I like to do these things, and it's part of my business too, and so yeah, I don't know, and I don't know why I like social media, but I do like it.
Yeah.
it's kind of messed up, but I like it.
It's definitely got
an
a lot of
addiction.
pros and a lot of cons.
Yes,
hasn't it?
lots of pros.
Like
and
everything in life.
Well, that's it.
There's very little things that we all agree with 100% of.
Yes.
But we can harness the good and block the bad, and
Yes.
use
Yes.
the good for the sake of the animals in this movement.
Yeah.
For sure. Are we cheersing for this?
Sure,
Okay.
why not? Sounds like a cheers moment. On that note, it has been an absolute pleasure having you on.
Thank you.
Thank you
so
for
much
having
fun.
us in your home.
Yes, no problem. You're always
Cooking
welcome.
such a delicious food for us.
There's more to come.
I know, it's so
Yes,
excited.
looking
So
forward to it.
we are going to post Rose's video with us. How does that work?
You're
Well,
gonna link the video that we're gonna film after this.
Yeah.
After we finish our tea.
under this video.
Under
Yeah,
this video.
so
And
go
I
over
will
to
do the
Rose's
same,
channel.
but you've already seen this video.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so that's not going to work. The second video.
Watch both videos on both channels.
let me
because they're going to
explain
be
properly.
different videos.
From these guys have not done a collab in a long time. So
No one wants to collab with us.
we both filmed a video.
Yeah, I was
Okay?
doing the same thing.
What did I get it myself into?
Exactly.
So we filmed a video on my channel. And then so that is going to be linked below in the description box.
Perfect.
Right?
Anything
Yes.
else you need to tell them?
I don't know.
Like,
Make sure you like
share.
this video, share this video,
Comment, subscribe.
comment, subscribe,
Turn on notifications.
turn on their notifications, and
Listen to their podcast.
listen to their podcast, buy their shirts. They will be coming out with more.
Oh, this has been super fun. Are we
Yes.
officially wrapping it up?
Officially, yes.
Yeah.
All right. It's been a long, long video.
You put a little something extra in her tea there, didn't you? Give me a pickup. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you share this video around to get more people watching, to see great vegan food, and go and check out Rose, of course.
Thank
Lazy
you.
Vegan.
Let us know if you're already subscribed to both of us. That'd be great to know how many
Yay.
mutual subscribers are watching.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah?
probably a lot actually.
Probably a lot,
yeah,
yeah.
probably a
Fun.
lot.
All right. And until next time,
Remember that going vegan is not the most we can do.
It's the least we can do. I did not coordinate this.
No, you did really well.
I was good.
That was great.
see you next video.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.